Page 1, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshin@gmex.com, www.bitcoin.org. Abstract. A purely peer-to-peer version of electronic cash would allow online payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going through a financial institution. Digital signatures provide part of the solution, but the main benefits are lost if a trusted third party is still required to prevent double spending. We propose a solution to the double spending problem using a peer-to-peer network. The network timestamps transact by hashing them into an ongoing chain of hash-based proof of work, forming a record that cannot be changed without redoing the proof of work. The longest chain not only serves as proof of the sequence of events witnessed, but proof that it came from the largest pool of CPU power. As long as a majority of CPU power is controlled by nodes that are not cooperating to attack the network, they'll generate the longest chain and outpace attackers. The network itself requires minimal structure. Messages are broadcast on a best effort basis, and nodes can leave and rejoin the network at will, accepting the longest proof of work chain as proof of what happened while they were gone. Introduction. Commerce on the internet has come to rely almost exclusively on financial institutions serving as trusted third parties to process electronic payments. While the system works well enough for most transactions, it still suffers from the inherent weaknesses of the trusted-based model. Completely non-reversible transactions are not really possible, since financial institutions cannot avoid mediating disputes. The cost of mediation increases transaction costs, limiting the minimum practical transaction size and cutting off the possibility for small, casual transactions. And there is a broader cost in the loss of ability to make non-reversible payments for non-reversible services. With the possibility of reversal, the need for trust spreads. Merchants must be wary of their customers, hassling them for more information than they would otherwise need. A certain percentage of fraud is accepted as unavoidable. These costs and payment uncertainties can be avoided in person by using physical currency, but no mechanism exists to make payments over a communications channel without a trusted party. What is needed is an electronic payment system based on cryptographic proof instead of trust, allowing any two willing parties to transact directly with each other without the need for a trusted third party. Transactions that are computationally impractical to reverse will protect sellers from fraud, and routine escrows mechanisms could easily be implemented to protect buyers. In this paper, we propose a solution to the double spending problem using a peer-to-peer distributed timestamp server to generate computational proof of the chronological order of transactions. The system is secure as long as honest nodes collectively control more CPU power than any cooperating group of attacker nodes. Page 2. Number 2, transactions. We define an electronic coin as a chain of digital signatures. Each owner transfers the coin to the next by digitally signing a hash of the previous transaction and the public key of the next owner and adding these to the end of the coin. A payee can verify the signatures to verify the chain of ownership. And there's the example how they do that. The hash, private keys, and everything else. It has different owners. The problem, of course, is the payee can't verify that one of the owners did not double spend the coin. A common solution is to introduce a trusted central authority, or mint, that checks every transaction for double spending. After each transaction, the coin must be returned to the mint to issue a new coin, and only coins issued directly from the mint are trusted not to be double spent. The problem with this solution is that the fate of the entire money system depends on the company running the mint, with every transaction having to go through them, just like a bank. We need a way for the payee to know that the previous owners did not sign any earlier transactions. For our purposes, the earliest transaction is the one that counts, so we don't care about later attempts to double spend. The only way to confirm the absence of a transaction is to be aware of all transactions. In the mint-based model, the mint was aware of all transactions and decided which arrived first. To accomplish this without a trusted party, transactions must be publicly announced, C1. And we need a system for participants to agree on a single history of the order in which they were received. The payee needs proof that at the time of each transaction, the majority of nodes agreed it was the first received. Number 3, timestamp server. The solution we propose begins with a timestamp server. A timestamp server works by taking a hash of a block of items to be timestamped and widely publishing the hash, such as in a newspaper or a Usenet, post 2/5. The timestamp proves that the idea must have existed at the time, obviously in order to get into the hash. Each timestamp includes the previous timestamp in its hash, forming a chain with each additional timestamp reinforcing the ones before it. And then they show the example. Page 3. Number 4, proof of work. To implement a distributed timestamp server on a peer-to-peer basis, we will need to use a proof-of-work system similar to Adam Back's Hashcash. 6. rather than newspaper or Usenet posts. The proof of work involves scanning for a value that, when hashed, such as with SHA-256, the hash begins with a number of 0 bits. The average work required is exponential in the number of 0 bits required and can be verified by executing a single hash. For our timestamp network, we implement the proof of work by incrementing nuance or nonce in the block until a value is found that gives the block's hash the required 0 bits. Once the CPU effort has been expended to make it satisfy the proof of work, the block cannot be changed without redoing the work. As later blocks are chained after it, the work to change the block would include redoing all the blocks after it. And they show the example. The proof of work also solves the problem of determining representation in majority decision making. If the majority were based on the IP address 1 vote, it could be subverted by anyone able to allocate many IPs. Proof of work is essentially 1 CPU, 1 vote. The majority decision is represented by the longest chain, which has the greatest proof of work effort invested in it. If a majority of CPU power is controlled by honest nodes, the honest chain will grow the fastest and outpace the competing chains. To modify a pass block, an attacker would have to redo the proof of work of the block and all blocks after it, and then catch up with and surpass the work of the honest nodes. We will show later that the probability of a slower attack catching up diminishes exponentially as subsequent blocks are added. To compensate for increasing hardware speed and varying interest in running nodes over time, the proof of work difficulty is determined by a moving average targeting an average number of blocks per hour. If they're generated too fast, the difficulty increases. Number 5, network. The steps to run the network are as follows. 1. New transactions are broadcast to all nodes. 2. Each node collects new transactions into a block. 3. Each node works on finding a difficult proof of work for its block. 4. When a node finds a proof of work, it broadcasts the block to all nodes. 5. Nodes accept the block only if all transactions in it are valid and not already spent. 6. Nodes express their acceptance of the block by working on creating the next block in the chain, using the hash of the accepted block as the previous hash. Nodes always consider the longest chain to be the correct one and will keep working on extending it. If 2 nodes broadcast different versions of the next block simultaneously, some nodes may receive one or the other first. In that case, they work on the first one they received, but save the other branch in case it becomes longer. The tie will be broken when the next proof of work is found and one branch becomes longer. The nodes that were working on the other branch will then switch to the longer one. Page 4. New transaction broadcasts do not necessarily need to reach all nodes. As long as they reach many nodes, they will get into a block before long. Block broadcasts are also tolerant of dropped messages. If a node does not receive a block, it will request it when it receives the next block and realize it missed one. Number 6, incentive. By convention, the first transaction in a block is a special transaction that starts a new coin owned by the creator of the block. This adds an incentive for nodes to support the network and provides a way to initially distribute coins into circulation since there is no central authority to issue them. The steady addition of a constant amount of new coins is analogous to gold miners expanding resources to add gold to circulation. In our case, it is CPU time and electricity that is expanded. So it's kind of like comparing to gold mining. The incentive can also be funded with transaction fees. If the output value of a transaction is less than its input value, the difference is a transaction fee that is added to the incentive value of the block containing the transaction. Once a predetermined number of coins have entered circulation, the incentive can transition entirely to transact fees and be completely inflation-free. The incentive may help encourage nodes to stay honest. If a greedy attacker is able to assemble more CPU power than all the honest nodes, he would have to choose between using it to defund people by stealing back his payments or using it to generate new coins. He ought to find it more profitable to play by the rules, such rules that favor him with more new coins than everyone else combined, than to undermine the system and the validity of his own wealth. Number 7, reclaiming disk space. Once the latest transaction in a coin is buried under enough blocks, the spent transactions before it can be discarded to save disk space. To facilitate this without breaking the block's hash, transactions are hashed in a Merkle tree, C725. With only the root included in the block's hash, old blocks can then be compacted by stubbing off branches of the tree. The interior hashes do not need to be stored. Then they show the example. A block header with no transactions would be about 80 bytes. If we suppose blocks are generated every 10 minutes, 80 bytes times 6 times 24 times 365 equals 4.2 megabytes per year. With computer systems typically selling with 2 gigabytes of RAM as of 2008 and more, they do that. There's way more space now. And Moore's law predicted current growth of 1.2 gigabytes per year. Storage should not be a problem, even if the block headers must be kept in memory. So it's not a problem now. Page 5. Number 8, simplified payment verification. It is possible to verify payments without running a full network node. A user only needs to keep a copy of the block headers of the longest proof of work chain, which he can get by querying network nodes until he's convinced he has the longest chain, and obtain the Merkle branch linking the transaction of the block it's timestamped in. He can't check the transaction for himself, but by linking it to a place in the chain, he can see that a network node has accepted it, and blocks added after it further confirm the network has accepted it, and they show the example. As such, the verification is reliable as long as honest nodes control the network, but it is more vulnerable if the network is overpowered by an attacker. While network nodes can verify transactions for themselves, the simplified method can be fooled by an attacker's fabricated transactions for as long as the attacker can continue to overpower the network. One strategy to protect us against this would be to accept alerts from network nodes when they detect an invalid block, prompting the user software to download the full block and alerted transactions to confirm the inconsistency. Businesses that receive frequent payments will probably still want to run their own nodes for more independent security and quicker verification. Number 9, combining and splitting value. Although it would be possible to handle coins individually, it would be unwieldy to make a separate transaction for every cent in a transfer. To allow value to be split and combined, transactions contain multiple inputs and outputs. Normally, there will be either a single input from a larger previous transaction or multiple inputs combining smaller amounts, and at most 2 outputs, one for the payment and one returning the change, if any, back to the sender. Then they show the example. It should be noted that fan out, where a transaction depends on several transactions, and those transactions depend on many more, is not a problem here. There is never the need to extract a complete standalone copy of a transaction's history. Page 6. Number 10, privacy. The traditional banking model achieves a level of privacy by limiting access to information to the parties involved and the trusted third party. The necessity to announce all transactions publicly precludes this method, but privacy can still be maintained by breaking the flow of information in another place. By keeping public keys anonymous, that's the key, keeping keys anonymous. The public can see that someone is sending an amount to someone else, but without information linking the transaction to anyone. This is similar to the level of information released by stock exchanges where the time and size of individual trades, the quote-unquote tape, is made public, but without telling who the parties were. And they show the example. As an additional firewall, a new key pair should be used for each transaction to keep them from being linked to a common owner. Some linking is still unavoidable with multi-input transactions, which necessarily reveal that their inputs were owned by the same owner. The risk is that if the owner of a key is revealed, linking could reveal other transactions that belong to the same owner. In other words, they're saying, try to keep it private and stuff like that when you're making transactions. Number 11, calculations. We consider the scenario of an attacker trying to generate an alternate chain faster. Even if this is accomplished, it does not throw the system open to arbitrary changes, such as creating value out of thin air or taking money that never belonged to the attacker. Nodes are not going to accept an invalid transaction as payment, and honest nodes will never accept a block containing them. An attacker can only try to change one of his own transactions to back money he recently spent. The race between the honest chain and an attacker chain can be characterized as a binomial random walk. The success event is the honest chain being extended by 1 block, increasing its lead by +1, and the failure event is the attacker's chain being extended by 1 block, reducing the gap by -1. The probability of an attacker catching up from a given deficit is analogous to a gambler's ruin problem. Suppose a gambler with unlimited credit starts at a deficit and plays potentially an infinite number of trials to try to reach break even. We can calculate the probability he ever reaches break even, or that an attacker ever catches up with the honest chain, as follows in number 8. And they show the mathematical equation. Page 7. Given our assumption that P is greater than Q, the probability drops exponentially as the number of blocks the attacker has to catch up increases. With the odds against him, if he doesn't make a lucky lunge forward early on, his chances become vanishingly small as he falls further behind. We now consider how long the recipient of a new transaction needs to wait before being sufficiently certain the sender can't change the transaction. We assume the sender is an attacker who wants to make the recipient believe he paid him for a while, then switch to pay back to himself after some time has passed. The receiver will be alerted when that happens but the sender hopes it will be too late. The receiver generates a new key pair and gives the public key to the sender shortly before signing. This prevents the sender from preparing a chain of blocks ahead of time by working on it continuously until he is lucky enough to get far enough ahead, then executing the transaction at that moment. Once the transaction is sent, the dishonest sender starts working in secret on a parallel chain containing an alternate version of his transaction. The recipient waits until the transaction has been added to a block and Z blocks have been linked after it. He doesn't know the exact amount of progress the attacker has made, but assuming the honest blocks took the average expected time per block, the attacker's potential progress will be a Poisson distribution with expected value. Let me show the equation. To get the probability of the attacker could still catch up now, we multiply the Poisson density for each amount of progress he could have made by the probability he could catch up from that point. Then they show the equation. Rearrange to avoid summing the infinite tail distribution, another equation, converting to C code. Then they show the codes. Page 8. Running some results, we can see the probability drop off exponentially with Z. And then they show the computational situation. Solving for P less than 0.1%. And they show the equation. Number 12, conclusion. We're on page 8, by the way, if I haven't said that. We have proposed a system for electronic cash transactions without relying on trust. We started with the usual framework of coins made from digital signatures, which provides strong control of ownership, but is incomplete without a way to prevent double spending. To solve this, we proposed a peer-to-peer network using proof of work to record a public history of transactions that quickly becomes computationally impractical for an attacker to change if honest nodes control a majority of CPU power. The network is robust in its unstructured simplicity. Nodes work all at once with little coordination. They do not need to be identified, since messages are not routed to any particular place and only need to be delivered on a best effort basis. Nodes can leave and rejoin the network at will, accepting the proof of work chain as proof of what happened while they were gone. They vote with their CPU power, expressing their acceptance of valid blocks by working and extending them, and rejecting invalid blocks by refusing to work on them. Any needed rules and incentives can be enforced with this consensus mechanism. Page 9 is the references.
Love that. Love it, love it, love it. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the Bitcoin white paper. That was written by a great man. That was written by Satoshi Nakamoto. And it was released today, 17 years ago. And it was read by a pretty cool dude named Jerry from Jerry Loves Freedom. And we love it. We absolutely love it. And again, we're here today not only to celebrate, we got Halloween going on, but the Bitcoin white paper day is going to be a day I think we're going to look back, and it's going to kind of like be the Declaration of Independence. I really do. And again, I couldn't celebrate it with a better group of people than yourselves. And I appreciate you guys being here. 13 you guys in here. I don't expect a lot of people because I know it's Halloween night and everything, and people got kiddos and things like that. So I really appreciate you guys being here. And the Bitcoin white paper is a wake-up call. It's a declaration. It's a constitution, and it's a way to celebrate and break the chains of this broken system. You know what I mean? And together we have to market this white paper and let everybody know what it is, what it stands for, and what it's going to do for the future. And again, I think the group of you together alongside with millions of other people in the world can get that done. And again, we're going to fight for our monetary freedom with this Bitcoin white paper and the best money in the world. And I think you guys know what that is. And that's Bitcoin. What is up, guys? It is Friday, October 31st, 2025. As you can see here, we're at the Bitcoin block height of 921,693. TikTok next block. I love that, man. I absolutely love that. This is great, man. I actually read that the Bitcoin white paper. I read that back in 2 years ago when I celebrated it 2 years ago in 2023. So I'm going to keep that because I'm definitely not going to read that again. And I knew I had to get it on recording. We did that. So welcome in, everybody. And I want to give a special shout out real quick to Letha. Letha sent in 5,000 sats. You give a shout out. She sent in 5,000 sats right here. This was this morning at 8:31 my time, and she said, "Love the video when you were singing." Letha, thank you, Letha. Sending 5,000 sats, and then she sent another 10,000 sats. Because she was trying to send it on Nostr and it wasn't working, so she sent it to Strike. So Letha, the nicest woman in Bitcoin, thank you so much, ma'am. I appreciate you if you're watching this on replay. Thank you so much, Letha. Jenny Legendary. Speaking of nicest woman in Bitcoin, she's right up there. Jenny comes in heavy. My phone is heavy right now. Jenny sends in a huge zap of 12,345 sats. My goodness, Jenny. Thank you. She brought that in about an hour and 10 minutes ago. Thank you so much, Jenny. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Scotty sent in 99 sats. Thank you, Scotty. It says, Happy Global Independence Day. Send those 99 fireworks. Can't stay. Just saying hi. Okay. Thank you, Scotty. I appreciate that, brother. Really do, man. Thank you so much. And thank you, Jenny. I appreciate you. Jay Remmer says, don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone. Jay Remmer, thank you, brother. I really appreciate that, man. And again, it's Halloween today. It's the Bitcoin white paper, but it's also Phat Zap Friday today, too. What is a crazy day. So we're going to celebrate by putting a chance to win double the sats, double the 210 that I'm already giving you guys if you land on that 2x. So good luck to everyone on that. It's that thumbs down button, right? No, I don't think so, Jenny. I think it's the other one, ma'am. I think it's the other one. LMAO. Hello, everyone. Lauren Stern, how are you, sir? Good to see you, man. Always good to see Lauren. Lauren's a funny guy and a good man. Lauren, how goes it for you, brother? Good to see you, sir. Thanks for coming back, man. I appreciate you, man. Lauren Stern, how goes it? Good evening, Ginger. How are you, sir? Good evening to you, my brother. I got you on the wheel. Mr. Ginger, good to see you, man. Good luck tonight for the spins. Happy White Paper Day. Work, save Bitcoin. Josh, how are you, sir? My man, the young up-and-coming superstar of Bitcoin. Bitcoin influencers on YouTube. Josh, how are you today, man? Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Everything good on your end, sir? Very good to see you. Let's see. Hello, beautiful people. Backpacker, what's up, my brother? He's out there. He's doing his thing. He's trick-or-treating with the kids. He's multitasking, him and his wife. Good to see you, man. How many people are multitasking with the kiddos too? Hello, Jen and Jay Remmer. Hello, Ginger and Work Save Bitcoin. Ginger, BTC Backpacker, Work Save Bitcoin. How goes it tonight? BTC Backpacker and Backpacker family. How are you? Hi, everyone. Hello, Ginger. Hello, everyone. Hello, Josh. Jen, it's not looking good for Nico. I'm at the gym. I'm listening to some Jerry to hype me up between bench sets. I know that's right, Josh. Thanks, man, for saying that. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, get in that gym, brother. Lift them weights, young man. You're a young man, bro. Young, strong man. That's right. That's right. And you're a white male, strong Christian male, and you are the enemy of the state, boy. And that's unfortunate, man. But we need men like you, Josh. We need men like you, my brother. We love you, Josh. Thank you, man, for saying that. Happy Halloween, gang. Neil, what's up, brother? How are you? Neil the One. He's in here. Yes. We're good, man. How are you, Neil? Lauren Stern. You did not hear? All charges drop. He's a freeloader again. Jenny, you are too funny, ma'am. Too funny. Always find it interesting in the white paper how the language of node miner is interchangeable. Yeah. Wonder if Satoshi foresaw people running nodes separately from mining. I know. Isn't that something? What a freaking pioneer, man. Wasn't he, Josh? My goodness. Happy Halloween, Fanny says. Fanny, how are you, ma'am? She's also multitasking. Best mother in Bitcoin. One of the best mothers in Bitcoin. The best one I've met so far. We love you, Fanny. You know that, honey. Jen, that's my boy. Good boy, Nico. LOL. We know he was probably guilty. His cuteness got him out of it. Yes. Yes. But I'm not going to say he's guilty. He's a good guy. We love him. We love Nico. Fanny Packer, how are you? Multitasking while the kiddos are trick-or-treating. That's right. Good morning, team. Matt, how are you, sir? I seen a Matt Zap, I think. Didn't I? Yes, I did. Matt sent in 369 sats. And also somebody sent in 21 sats. All sats matter here on this channel. So thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. Matt, good to see you, man. The author, Matt, FRL. Lawrence, sir, did you check out Scotty's song? Nico was misidentified. Oh, was he now? Was he? Jerry, we are live. Yes, we are, man. We sure are. The white paper is a Declaration of Independence, Constitution, Bill of Rights combined. Yes. Josh, yes. I've been saying that for years, my boy. That's right. Me and Josh are on the same page, man. Haven't heard it yet, Jen. Yo, I was sent from the Sat Stack Discord with love. Okay, how are you? Cat with a bong. Okay. Let's see. Cat with, let me see. Cat with a bong. All right. Good to see you, man. How are you? Welcome in. I'm guessing you are a Bitcoiner, huh? Kit, what's up? Is it Kit Cat? Yes. Yo. Cat with a bong. Yes. He says, yo. Whoa, is 2X and why are they on the wheel like 5 times? Fix. Yes. Who is 2X? Yes. Who is 2X? You're going to like him if he lands on you. The names lands on your name, then go 2X, Lauren. Let's see some wins. Yes, I got you, man. Question though, my brother, have you hit this button yet? One of the most important buttons in Bitcoin and on YouTube, the subscribe button. So you got to be a subscriber. Finger Pick, what's up, sir? He says, hey, Finger Pickers. He's back. Finger Picked, how are you, sir? With the cool picture. Good to see you, man. How goes it, sir? Scotty, thank you so much for Nico's song. He's free. He was indeed misidentified. I got to hear that song. Oh, my God. Happy Halloween, Jerry and Freedom family. Emily, the beautiful one. Emily, how are you, ma'am? Good to see you. Emily gets sats. Yes, she does. Emily, good to see you, ma'am. How are you? Emily, hi, your Finger Pick. What's up, Raising Canes? If you're not getting candy and reselling it for Satoshis, you're not stacking hard enough. Kids are putting in work. I know that's right. Wow. That's what you call a flip. That's a flip right there, brother. That's why they call her Flipper. Happy Halloween, Jen and Nico. I'm traveling. Might lose signal on the way. Okay. So if you win, I got you, brother. I got you. Thank you for telling me that. Emily, how are you? Love you too. That's right, fam. We know we love you. Hi, fam. Magic Moolah. He's back. How are you, sir? Magic Moolah. Speaking to you, I got some Magic Moolah I'm giving out today too. On the wheel of Satoshi. Like Flipper says. Good to see you, Magic. Emily, back to you. Emily, are you in the Signal group? I posted Scotty's Nico song in there. Yes. Check it out later. Okay. I will. She will too. Happy Halloween to you and the kids, Fanny. Hello, cat with a bong. Yeah, you know it. Lauren Stern, I'm 2X dude. Oh, is that Jenny? Video uploaded, Jerry. Boom. All right, I need it, man. How do I find it? I dressed up as George today and shot a funny video. I want to see that. And Backpacker, I want to see your video, man. Put it in the Signal group for me. Finger Picked and Neo, the one. Hello. I'll have to check it out, Jen. Hey, Lauren. Cat with a ball. That subscribe button is a trap, she says. Yes, it is. If you hit it, then you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck, cat with a ball. Lauren Stern, hi. Happy Halloween, everyone. Good looking crew tonight. That's right, Spaceman. How are you, sir? Spaceman. Yeah, that's him. Spaceman. How goes it, Spaceman? Anybody out there with the kiddos trick-or-treating? Spaceman, happy Halloween. Magic Moolah and Matt FRL, how are you? I heard it's 21K per spin. Did you know? Wow, I would really enjoy that if I was on the other end. But unfortunately, I'm not. I'm going to give them away. America, yes. BTC backpack, okay.
Mic check 1 2.
Oh, look at my man, Backpacker. Backpacker made a video today. BTC Backpacker, subscribe. Boom, got it. Okay, we're gonna check that out in a minute. Commercial break. How you doing, folks? He says. Somebody's happy to see you. Commercial. Man, I wish I can get a beautiful woman to get happy when I walk in the door, man. Commercial, you have that already, sir. Those are goals, sir. Those are goals. Commercial, how are you, sir? CB, happy Halloween. Finally hit monetization on YouTube. Yes, Josh. Congratulations, brother. Yeah, that's you do your thing. Just get an extra couple of bucks, man. You know what I mean? So that's good. Sent you a text. Okay, thank you, brother. Spaceman and commercial break. Hey there. Congratulations, Josh. That's a big accomplishment, man. That is a big accomplishment. And it changes stuff for you, man. You know what I mean? So congratulations. I can't wait to see the videos, man. I can't wait, brother. Always when you do your videos for me, Josh, do me a favor. Put it in the Bitcoiners for Freedom Signal group so I can watch them every day, all right? And I can give you a like and subscribe, and I can promote your channel, okay? Spaceman at Commercial Break. Hey there. Hi, Emily. Hey. There you go. Josh, salute. What's the crown for? What's the crown for? Who had a crown? Who did a crown, sir? Yo, Stu, what's up, bro? He's back. Stu, thank you, man. I just saw you on Noster liking my stuff, sharing my stuff. So thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Though I am a king. Yes, you are, brother. Yes, you are. BGC Backpacker, salute to you and the family. Stu is here. Yes, he is. Hey, family. Oh, hey, Emily. Hey. Hey. Yo, Stu. Your signal. Got you, brother. Thank you. BTC Backpacker. Yo, I'm with you, Jen. That sounds good. Hey, yo, everybody. Kramer, my man. What's up, sir? Kramer's back. Kramer Industries. Man, I got to tell you guys something, personal thing, man. My stomach was messed up last night. Man, I think I got irritable bowel syndrome or something, man. My junk was messed up. I still can feel it, man. I feel good right now. And when I go to sleep, I'm just like, man, because I have sleep apnea and I have a CPAP machine. And I don't know, man. Sometimes when that air gets in me, it's messing me up, man. You know what I mean? My costume is a BSV owner. Bangarang. What's up, sir? He's a G. We all know it. Bang, how are you, man? Good to see you, man. Let me see. Bangarang. Is it 2 G's? Yes. My man Bangarang. How are you, man? Yay, Josh. My son made out like a bandit. Did he now? You got to put some of those pictures in the signal, man. Yes, always. Okay. Thank you, brother. I'm getting really frustrated. My 2.4 gigahash network keeps going down. I bought a new router today thinking that it was it. That was it. Just went down again. Just realized it was about the same time every night, about 6 p.m. Huh. I wonder what's causing that, brother. Wait, didn't Kramer get mega canceled? Mega canceled? No. I'm trying to break into the TikTok market. Big lack of Bitcoin content. So many XR poopers to debate. Yes. I like that, man. And you're young too, so you can do that, bro. Yeah, break into that, brother. Break into that. BTC Bug, what's up, sir? He's back. Good to see you, man. One of our generous donators to Corey and Emily. Good to see you, man. Thanks, Jen and Emily. Wondering if this had to do with the Comcast network throttling attack the hackers were doing on node runners with nodes. Am I being targeted because I have 2 miners? I don't have a node yet. Inquiring minds, Kramer. Good question, brother. Good question. Anyone mining here? Yeah, there are a few, brother. There are a few. Kramer Industry is likely your internet company. I had AT&T do that every single day about 14:30. At about 14:30. 2:30. Wow. BTC Bug, hello. Yes. So we're all caught up here with the comments. 694, 695. And it's Bitcoin white paper day, guys. And I'm loving it, man. I actually made a video today about that. We can check that out a little bit later. But real quick, I want to watch Backpacker's video for a little bit. And I'm not gonna take his whole video, but I'm very excited about this. This is my man right here, man. This is my brother right here. So let me put this link right here in the description. There it is. Now make sure before I start this video, everybody go subscribe to BTC Backpacker. Please and thank you. I am the internet company. It's a problem. A local issue, some sort of power influence or interference. Huh? BTC Bug, salute. I see you are dressing up as the Michelin Man for Halloween. Well, I have all black on, Patrol. Can you see? I got black on, sir. So I don't think Michelin Man wears black. That's the opposite. Matt, hello. The troll boy. You look just like him. Yes. Let's see how many subscribers we got Backpacker right now. He's got 29 now. Okay, good. We got a couple more. Let's get Backpacker to 100, man. BTC Backpacker. My man. So let's watch a little bit of this. It's my first time watching it. And he's walking around talking. Give him a thumbs up. Do it. And let's get it.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. How we doing? Looking good. We're live, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, guys? BTC Backpacker here. You know, not gonna lie, I've been really wanting to try to get these videos out to you guys, and it's not that I'm afraid of being on camera. Obviously, it's just I think it's a mental thing where you just constantly feel like you don't know what you're going to talk about. And as Fanny Packer has told me, you just turn the camera on and start talking to it. So there's a couple of things I was thinking about today that I just wanted to kind of get off my chest. And number one is how blessed we are to have something like Bitcoin. Man, what would we do without having Bitcoin? I mean, it gives us a sense of a freedom and a sense of hope, a sense of, you know, we can potentially actually have a future. You know, that's number one. Number two is it's Bitcoin White Paper Day. That's a beautiful day. I mean, damn near next, you know, obviously we have our birthdays and our anniversaries and everything like that. Those are important days too, and we have the 4th of July, you know, because God bless America, God bless this country. But we were also given, you know, given Bitcoin and White Paper Day. It's kind of a cool thing. It's a big deal. You know, we come up with all these important dates in our life, things that maybe it's someone's birthday. Maybe it was the day you first got your first car, the day, you know, your anniversaries. And, you know, we come up with all these days. And it's not to say that these days aren't important, but, you know, because who am I to say what should be or shouldn't be important, you know, to an individual? I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that, you know, the time we have, the finite time we have on this earth is very important. It's something that we can never make more of. It's the most finite thing of all time, ever, is time, right? And you can never get that back. And I had a moment where I'm dropping my son off to his friend's house, my son Anonymous, and he was asking me, Dad, and you were my age, like, what are some things you did when you were younger? Obviously, you know, you're like, oh damn, I probably shouldn't be telling some of the things we did, but you know, it wasn't too bad. I was like, oh, we used to throw water balloons at cars when they drove by, and we, you know, and things like that. And what we did, you know, we used to go to malls when we were kids, and you know, at the mall, everybody was there hanging out. You know, you go to malls are like deserts because, you know, it's Fiat land basically, right? But you know, he's hanging out with his friends, and you know, next year it's going to be more. Next year it's going to be more, and you know, hopefully, you know, he always wants to hang out with mom and dad, but there's going to be a day where he's just going to be doing his own thing. And so I just think, like, you know, my girls are still young, Hodler and Flipper, and they still got some more years to go, but there's going to be a day where they're going to want to do the same thing. And I had a moment when I looked at my wife before I took him over to his friend's house, and I said, babe, I said, the kids are getting older. And she goes, I know. And we kind of just left it at that, and a little inside chuckle. It's a proud moment. But I just kind of want to tie that into
Yes, this is his channel right here, Bangarang. I left a link up right here, about 8 or 9 comments up, Bangarang. Yes, this is his channel. It's called BTC Backpacker. Yeah, he's good, isn't he? He's real good. He is very good. Oh shit, sorry, I guess he does. Yes, he does, man. That's his channel right there. He's doing a effing great job. I love him. Love him.
the world we're living in right now. It's a crazy place. We got a lot of things going on that are really unfortunate, and people are in very tough situations. As Bitcoiners, we're grateful to have seen the light and have been able to persevere and take the time and do the due diligence on our end to be able to know what we need to do. A lot of people will never have that opportunity. Well, they'll have the opportunity, but they're going to choose not to do it. We can't save everybody, but we can do our best as Bitcoiners to spread the word, spread the Bitcoin gospel to the people. That's all we can do. you know, I see a lot of this EBT stuff, and I mean, literally, seriously, the United States is freaking out right now. Everybody's tripping. You know, they think that they're going to die. People are threatening to rob and shoot and kill people, break into your home, tie you up, take all your shit. What? Well, I'll tell you, I damn sure ain't going to be me. That's for sure. We ain't doing that here. We keep the 2A by us all the time over here. But not the point. People have gone into like this desperation mode, and it's also because they're so reliant on the government. And as much as I want to say Fiat did this, because Fiat has done a lot of negative, right? Society has really gone downhill. The way people talk, the way they think. You know, we used to say, oh, you could buy a house, buy a picket fence, and start a job, and you know, one parent can go to work, and mom can stay home with the kids, and it's becoming further and further. It's harder to get to that now. Things have changed. You know, eye contact, being on our phones, just saying hi to somebody. You walk up to somebody and try to start a conversation, and half the time they're like, hey, what do you want from me? They don't even want to like engage with you. Some people don't even smile at you. You hold the door open for somebody, you get zero acknowledgement. These times we're living in are crazy, but it doesn't mean we stop doing the right thing. It doesn't mean we stop helping people. It doesn't mean we stop caring. It doesn't mean we still have to have compassion, and we still need to be able to do our best to try to understand what other people are going through in their situation and their circumstances. We need that's being humble. We're humble in Bitcoin, but we need to be humble in our lives, and we need to always humble ourselves. We need to always understand that we're no better than the next person. We're all human beings. We're all none of this black and white, and that doesn't mean anything. That was created. That was created by the disinformation camps, if you know what I mean.
He ain't lying. This man is preaching right now. I don't want to watch his whole video because I want you guys to go and watch it. Here's the link to it again. And I'm going to keep it paused here. I'm not going to get off the screen because I don't want to mess up his watch time. So I'm going to go back and watch that after the live stream. Man, he's cooking. He's cooking. He's going to. Let me tell you something about my friend Backpacker, man. He is that is a hell of a man right there, bro. I'm just, you know, I know a lot of us in the Signal chat, in the Signal group, may think that, oh man, this guy talks too much or something like that. Because I've had people say that to me. But if you know him, right? Because he does leave a lot of messages in Signal. But the reason he does that, man, because he's such a caring person. This man will give you the clothes off his back and the food on his table. And he'll give you all the money he's got in his pocket. I am telling you, he will do that. He is the best man I've ever met in person. And I thought I was a good man. I consider myself a pretty good man, but he puts me to shame, man. You know, some of the things he does and the things he's done for me. He's done so much for me, him and his wife. They make me uncomfortable, some of the stuff they're doing. I'm like, bro, you like what? You know what I mean? So again, man, he's just I can go on and on about him, man. You know what I mean? He is a dear friend. I consider him like family now, man. You know, we're gonna do some things in the future for sure. And I've met so many effed up individuals in my life. So many people that got over on me and I trusted them and screwed me over in life and stuff like that. But now that I have a chance to meet these two and with their wonderful family, it was all worth it. You know what I mean? Because again, we're going to do some things. Me and the Backpacker Fanny Packer family. And I am very, very blessed to know them, man. And I miss them every day. You know, they were at my house for a long time. And it ain't the same without them, man. I just and again, I don't let people in my house like that. Some people from the internet come to my house. I call my house the Bat Cave. You know what I mean? And so for them to be here with me, it's just so different without them, man. Incredible people. So make sure you guys go subscribe, my boy Backpacker, man. You will not be disappointed. That's how you should be, and why I like having him as a friend, because he is like that. He is, Lauren. I'm sure you're like that too. I haven't met you in person yet. But coming from the things that you've said in the group chat, yeah, that's what we want. And I told you about the 21 because we're doing a homestead and we want 21 families in there, and all of them have to be like us, Lauren, like people that really want to do this, be Bitcoiners for freedom, givers, you know, because again, most people walk around with two catcher's mitts. They don't want to give anything. They just want to catch, receive. What can you give from me? What can you give from what can you give me? What can you give me? What can I get from you? Backpackers don't expect anything from anybody. They're just constantly giving. And it's just incredible to watch, man. It really is. Hi, Jerry. Hey, Connie, how are you? You're back, ma'am. Good to see you. Connie. Welcome back in, man. Connie Nakamoto. I love that name. You ready to win some sats, ma'am? Nakamoto. Happy Bitcoin white paper today, Connie. Thank you, Jerry. Videos are going to be coming down the pipeline. Time to speak up. The time starts now. That's right, brother. Me and Backpacker and Fanny Packer, we have we made a deal with each other for the conference. We're gonna get some goals set here for the next 6 months, and they're gonna hold me accountable, and I'm gonna hold them accountable. And they're doing it with me every day, and I'm doing it with them. Lauren, thank you. Lauren, thanks. BTC Backpacker is a natural, isn't he? And look at that smile. He's got a great smile. No homo. No, pause or whatever. He's just a good-looking dude. He's got the nice beard. He's got the nice smile. He's articulate, and he's genuine. You know what I'm saying? He's a genuine dude, man. Love that guy, man. It's the Bitcoiner's way, the only way, and that Bitcoin. And that's Bitcoin. That's right. That's right, Fanny. Is this the day Bitcoin was created? It's the day the Bitcoin white paper came out. The first block that was ever mined was January 3rd, 2009. So in between October 31st, 2008, when he brought the Bitcoin white paper out, Connie, a couple of months later, November, December, and then January 3rd, 2009, the Genesis block was mined. Let me show you that real quick. Let me show you that. Block 0. That's the Genesis block right there. And that happened on where's the date at? Is the date here? Yeah, right here. Timestamp, January 3rd, 2009 at 10:15:05. 17 years ago. Almost 17 years ago. Not quite. And that's the Genesis block right there. So yeah. It's incredible, Connie. Incredible system. Protocol. Happy Halloween, Connie. Welcome back. Yes, welcome back, Connie. Spaceman, thank you. I'll be watching. Thank you. Thank you for supporting my friend. I appreciate that. My brother. If I may suggest maybe a GoFundMe for Backpacker for a new keyboard where the cap locks aren't stuck, though. Hey, that's his signature, man. It's so funny because he does the cap locks, but when he's in person, he's so soft spoken. He doesn't talk like that at all. You guys seen him you've seen him in my chair. You just seen him in the video. You know what I mean? He's a good guy, man. Real laid back, cool as a cucumber. He really is. Hello, LMFAO facts. Happy Halloween, Emily. Yes, Connie. Connie, is that a real picture of you, by the way? Or is that a thing? That's a pretty nice picture. If so, are you a model or anything? Inquiring minds want to know. All right, Connie and everybody else. Jenny, today is Friday, October 31st, 2025. It's Bitcoin White Paper Day, but it's also Phat Zap Friday. And we have a chance to win double the sats. There's 5 of them on there. You're still getting 210 sats per spin of the hardest money in the world. So let's do that, Jenny. All right. We're going to start off with block 693. And again, for those of you that don't know, we always do our thing with Bitcoin. You know, let me see. We always, when a block comes out here, put it over here. Every time a block comes out, we give out we do a spin. And we're going to start off with 693, which is right here. 921,693. The Bitcoin block subsidy for every block that is mined is 3.125 right now in Epoch 5, which you'll see right here. This is Epoch 5. Bitcoin white paper day. Here it is, Connie. On this day in 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto published the Bitcoin white paper. Learn more. And there it is. There is the Bitcoin white paper, ladies and gentlemen. I have this on my desktop. But this is Epoch 5 right here. And we're getting close to 95% of all Bitcoin mined here in a couple of weeks. The Bitcoin block subsidy for every block that's mined is 3.125. The wheel subsidy is 210 sats per spin. So we're going to do that. We're going to spin it, and you're going to win 200, have a chance to win 210 sats. So without further ado, we're going to start off with block 693, and good luck to everybody, and let's spin it, and let's see who can win it on the first spin of the Bitcoin white paper day, Halloween, and Phat Zap Friday all in one day. Wow. Oh, there it is, 2x. Lauren, haha. She said it was a good angle day, huh? Let's see here. That's a nice picture, ma'am. Very nice picture. I think we're going to get some close-ups today. 2x for the next player for player one. Let's do it. So what do we do? So what do we do if it lands on us? I'll tell you when it does. I need you to have Spaceman. Spaceman, congratulations. 2x 420. Well, 4 things you need to do, Cat with a bong. First thing you need to do is need to be a subscriber of the channel. Full stop. That's number 1. You got to be a subscriber. Number 2, you have to hit the like button. Okay? Hit the like button and you're good to go. Number 3 is you got to have a speed wallet. All right? If you don't have a speed wallet, there's a link below. You can earn 500 sats for using it. Download that to your phone. Click on that link. Use my referral link. You get 500 sats, and then go ahead and create a name on your speed wallet, whatever your name is, at speed.app, and then give me that. And I pay it at night when I do my payroll. And 4 is you have to be here to win. So when you win, you got to give me a roll call and say you're here, because it's kind of like my little bribe to keep you here. All right. So you have to be here to win. Kit with a bong. Speaking as someone who should probably see an eye doctor, I appreciate Backpackers' use of caps. LOL. How about these big pictures? You like that? Spaceman, I got you, bro. All caps. X. Yes. Who's 2X? Yes. Me. Oh, me. Oh, hey, it's Cat. Yes. 693. Spaceman. Matt FRL. Me, I'm 2X. Kramer, boom. Congratulations, Spaceman. Wow. Thanks, Jerry. No doubt, Spaceman. Thank you for being here, brother. Jerry, guess I got to go. I can't win since I can't subscribe. Well, ma'am, you're one of the legends on the membership, so I think you're okay. 89s, huh? Sub Backpacker, thank you. Boom, he says. Buckaroo salute. Buckaroo salute. Corey, good to see you, brother. Guess who's got a new YouTube channel out? Backpacker does, sir. Look at this. He made a video today. I'm going to put the link in the description box so you can go ahead and watch his video and subscribe to him, man. Let's get him to 100. Jerry, you have too many subs. What's happening? I like it. I'm getting a few now, right? I'm finally getting over that 2,500 mark. I've been on this mark for like 3 months, man. Dollar Jenner, salute. Kramer, thanks for the sub. Yes, we love it. Hey, Corey. Was that a 2x win? Yes, it was, sir. You got 420. If you're into that type of thing. 693 went to Spaceman for 420 sats. This is a Phat Zap Friday. How appropriate the first person gets the 2x. Let's see what the second person can do for 694. Buckaroo salute. Hey. Buckaroo salute. Emily. Sending in 89s. Oh, okay. Thank you. Fanny. Oh, wow. Fanny Fanny sent in a bunch of 89s. 89 sats. She sent in 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. 2, 7, 80. No, 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. 8 89s. Thank you so much, Fanny. She sent in 8 89s. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm into it. Yes, you are. 694, Emily. Woohoo. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Emily, for gracing us with your present. New video, sweet. I've been subbed to Backpacker for a while now. Can't wait to watch his video. Thank you. Matt, LOL. Hey, Kit with a bong says. Player 2 is Emily for 694. Let's see if he can do 695. Oh, boy. This food stamp situation is getting crazy, ain't it? Jenny Legendary. Joy for the score. Jenny Legendary. Joy for the score. Congratulations, Jenny. You won. That's you. I like when she says that. Oh, 695. Oh, me. Jenny, I love when you do that. It is so funny to me. Jenny, congrats. That was a 2X night. That was a 2X, right, Jerry? Oh, Jenny, you should have been a comedian. Jen, woohoo. Hi, Lauren. 696. Let's see it. Congratulations, Jen. Yep. Giving away Satoshis. Jenny Legendary. Joe for the song. Jen again. Yes. Jenny, you're right. That was a 2X. Yes, it was. 2X. You called it, Jenny, 2 times in a row. Look at that. Oh, me again. Yay. Yes. 695, 696. That's 420 for Jenny. I don't think she's into that, though. 697. Joe, let's go. Another 2X. Another 2X. Another 2X. Phat Zap Friday's kicking off good. It's kicking off good. Let's see who's going to get it for 697. It's a 2X. Back to back, Jen. Hi, Dollar Man Corey. Yes. The new guy. Look at that. Cat, what a... Oh, commercial break. Back to back, Jen. It's okay, bro. It's like a cat that meowed, but with a K. It's like a cat that meowed with a K. Cat with a bong? Okay. Gotcha. This is where Jen says rig. Yes. 692 commercial break. Jen says M's. Huh. Now, why would she say M's for commercial break? I wonder why. Good game, Jenny. Rigged. Jenny says. Jenny saying rigged in big letters this time. Love it. Glad the account is going to be in a Halloween candy coma. He'd be tripping. Oh no, the accountant is out of here. He ain't here no more. Goes to M's. I know that's right. Emily, you have a 2X, man, which makes 420. Jen, channeling my inner BTC fanny backpacker. Yes, Jenny. Yes, you are. Hey, that's right. All right, 697. Let's do 698. Yo. Thank you, CB. I know it was almost you, brother. Holler. My girl. My girl Holler. She loves the wheel of Satoshi.
Up, win this fight, bring it home. Red, white, and blue, never back down. Up to the task. Red, white, and blue, best for the best. America.
America. You didn't win, my boy. You didn't win. It rolled right past you, brother. Holler. Jerry, if you are here, who's getting the door tonight? Good question. Good question, sir. I got a little secret for that. I got a little secret for that, sir. 698, Holler, my girl. My girl, Holler. Hiya, Dollar General. BTC Bug says, Holler, congratulations. Another 89. 89. Wow, Fanny's sending in the 89s. Thank you, Fanny. A bunch. Wow. Wonder what 89 means. He's sending in a bunch of 89s, guys. 89s. Thank you. It's a lot of sats. Wow. And they keep coming and coming. Wow. Back to back to back to back. What does that mean? What is that? What is the decoder of that? What does that mean? Let's see. See what's going on Strike. Thank you so much, Fanny. That's a lot of sats. Thank you. 89, 89. Kramer Industry just turned the light off. Hey, 89. Hi, Connie. It's nice to see you. Yes, it is nice to see her. 89. Hey, Bugman. I will buy 10 million sats tonight if Jerry can do a cartwheel like her. Huh. Okay. Add them up, Jerry. She keeps sending them. So I got to wait till she's done. He says, I will buy 10 million sats tonight if Jerry can do a cartwheel like that, like her. I actually can, the troll. So add them up, Jerry. Do I just wait? I got you. No, you can. Did you spin up your did you get your speed wallet yet? Because if you do, just give me the address. Put it in the chat, but don't put the @speed.app part because YouTube won't show it if you have it. So just let me know so I can pay you tonight. Rigged, Neo says. I will rig it all day for Holler. That's my girl right there. $6.99. Let's do it. Finger pick. Finger pick. Congratulations. I wonder if anybody made a video about the Bitcoin white paper today. I think we should watch that if they did. Bitcoin white paper. Original. Anyone do one today? Matthew Cratter did one a few years ago. Let's see. Let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. I think we'll watch a Matthew Cratter video. Finger picked. Thank you, Jerry. No doubt, brother. No doubt. Finger picked. Congratulations, sir. And I'm not ringing, sir. Finger pick. Finger pick. Thank you, Jerry. No doubt. Finger pick. Thank you. No doubt, sir. That was $6.99. Let's see who can win 700. 700. Let's do it. Another 2x. Another 2x, Jenny. The troll says he chose the wheel because it looks like pizza, he says. Huh. With all them different colors on it? I don't think so, the troll. Next player gets 2x at least. Keep it up. Another 2x? Another 2x. Okay, so let me explain what this is. $2x. It pronounced crapper, you dumbass. Boy, you're going to owe me a lot of sats with all these 2x's. I know. Yay, 2x. Well, 4x now. So we're going to take 2x, 210, and times it by 3. So now we're at 630. 630 sats. Because it hit it twice. It's 630 because the 210 gets tripled. Not the whole amount, just the 210. So we're at 630 right now. Next person gets 630 at least. If it lands on another 2x, it's 840. 630 goes to Ginger. 630 sats to you, sir. And by the way, for our hourly buys for the start of the show at 6 o'clock, we got 910 Satoshis. And then just now we got 912 Satoshis for $1, man. That is crazy. 700 Ginger, yeah, 4x. It's 3x. I don't know why he said 4x. Woohoo, Ginger. It landed on the 2X twice. So it's 210 and then 210 and then 210. The original 210 got doubled twice. Got doubled. Again, Ginger. Wow, thanks, Ginger. No doubt, Ginger. Ginger. 3X. 630 sats for you, sir. Yeah, I know. Oh, okay, got it. 2X is his t-shirt size, LOL. Actually, it is. I do wear a 2X. What's wrong with a 2X, sir? And it's actually kind of loose on me. My 2Xs are getting loose now. So I've been losing weight. So I need like a 1X and a half. Ginger, congratulations. Yes. Congratulations, sir. All right, we're all caught up with the Spizians. Let's see what our boy Matthew Cratter has to say about the Bitcoin white paper fundamentals. He made this video a couple of years ago, or 1 year ago. So let's listen to the Bitcoin white. It's Bitcoin white paper today. So let's go to Bitcoin Universities, go to class, and listen to the great Matthew Cratter talk about the basic fundamentals of the Bitcoin white paper.
This is Matthew Cratter's Bitcoin University. Today I want to talk about what I call Bitcoin white paper fundamentalists. You've probably seen.
Oh, hey. Gonna crash out. Got to work in the AM. Good night, peeps. Okay. Good night, Jenny. Man, Jenny just dips out, don't she? We love you, Jenny. Thank you, Jen, so much for everything. I appreciate you. Okay, so this is not the basic fundamentals of the Bitcoin white paper. This is the Bitcoin white paper fundamentalists. I think he's going to talk about Roger Ver in this paper, and he's going to be talking about what he's saying the Bitcoin white paper should be and everything, and the battle of what it really means when they say peer-to-peer cash and everything. The argument behind that. Jen, thank you for everything and have a wonderful evening. Yes, thank you so much, Jenny. We love you, Jenny. Hi, Backpacker family. Good night, Jen. Good night, Jen. Good night, Jen. Yes, we love you, Jenny.
Seen them around the interwebs. For example, Afrabeener here. The 2008 Bitcoin white paper, clearly, you've probably seen them around the interwebs. For example, Afrabeener here. The 2008 Bitcoin white paper clearly states Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Why is Bitcoin now being used as an electronic store of value rather than electronic cash? Of course, he's referring to this paper, which was published on Halloween in 2008, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, probably the most famous paper ever written in this area. What Bitcoin white paper fundamentalists never tell us, though, is why the Bitcoin white paper must be the final authority for all things Bitcoin. For example, what if Satoshi himself changed his mind about things after he wrote that paper in 2008 and published it in 2008? What if Satoshi said something in the Bitcoin Talk forum or in a later email that contradicts something in the white paper? Should we not put wheels on airplanes because the original inventor of the wheel had never heard of an airplane? There's another problem with this kind of approach, though, and that's, in my experience, it's almost always a warm-up to something like Bitcoin has failed as a medium of exchange, so buy my shitcoin. Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin. Bitcoin Satoshi's vision is the real Bitcoin. And we can see that, for example, in this comment down here, because it pays more, nobody spends gold. They say Bitcoin maxis realize this very soon, so they change the narrative. Those mean maxis changing the narrative. Guys like Roger Ver, who want to stay true to Satoshi's vision, there's that word again, were shunned by guys like the op in this video. So when these people are so worried about the title of Satoshi's paper, it's usually to push a failed fork of Bitcoin or some other scam. Remarkably and most stupidly, you'll see, and especially in the Kaspa space, Kaspa is what Satoshi wanted Bitcoin to be, as if these commenters had privilege.
Wait. I just got a bunch of so after all of Fanny Packers 89, somebody sent me 87, 88, 86, 85, 84. Uh-oh. Do I have to put Nico on the wheel for real, Fanny? Did he really steal her phone?
Privileged access to the brain of an anonymous creator. They truly are delusional. It's especially ironic because this cash that these commenters are so ardently desiring in the comment section is today nothing more than a fiat bank liability. That's what your physical cash is. If you bring a physical dollar to a bank, they will top up your digital account with them because they owe you, because it's a liability of the bank. And the other thing is your bank account itself is just another bank liability, fractionally reserved and ultimately guaranteed only by the Fed's money printer as the lender of last resort. So this is the big problem with cash and fiat as it's traditionally understood, and building your system upon debt like this rather than upon bare assets like Bitcoin or physical gold is a bad idea. If you're enjoying this video so far, I just ask you to help to support the channel. Click the subscribe button. That really does help with the YouTube algorithm. Leave a like, leave a comment, question, suggestion for a future video, and share this video with a friend or family member. So is Bitcoin actually still P2P cash? Yes, of course it is. I can send Bitcoin to anyone in the world and they can receive it using purely open source and free software. None of us needs to ask permission from Coinbase or from Cash App or from any other centralized service if we use the open source tools like Sparrow, for example, or various wallets you can download on your phone. No permission here is required from a banker or a teller or a regulator. So it is true P2P cash. Now, what do I do between receiving Bitcoin into a wallet that I control and then later sending it out to someone else or spending it? What I do is I hodl it, and that's Bitcoin as a store of value. I want to be able to keep my money until I'm ready to spend it, hopefully with minimal diminution of its purchasing power. So for example, if you keep your cash under your bed, it's likely to buy far less in 4 years from now. But if you keep your Bitcoin under your bed, so to speak, it's quite likely to buy far more in 4 years from now. This is the important thing to notice here. The monetary functions of medium of exchange and store of value are inseparably intertwined. You only save money that you reasonably believe that you will be able to spend in the future.
Facts. You can't have a medium exchange if it's not a store of value. Why would you want to have a medium exchange or collect the money that's not a good store of value? Unless it's Fiat currency, by the way. Somebody sent me 83, 82, 81, 80 sats. Thank you so much. I think that's Jenny. I love it. It goes from 89. I love that. Wow. Counting all the way down. Thank you so much, whoever's doing that.
And that's why you don't hoard bottle caps, for example, unless you're a kid, but you do hoard US dollars or Bitcoin. I love this tweet from Bitstein. Praxeologically, which just means having to do with the study of how people actually behave.
Is anybody else buffering? Neo said he's buffering on his end. Is anybody else buffering? And by the way, where's Anonymous at, Backpacker? Is he around? Because I got a new Maria video that I'm gonna debut today. I found it on my phone, and let's just say she has a very, very, very nice delicatessen for you guys. So we look forward to that.
Their actual praxis or how they actually act in the world. Praxeologically, medium of exchange is defined by the intention of acquiring a good for future exchange rather than when it is spent. As such, Bitcoin can already be understood as a widely demanded medium of exchange, and this demand can be expected to continue to grow for numerous reasons. And he quotes someone here, presumably an Austrian: a medium of exchange is a good which people acquire neither.
Michelle Loves Freedom. How are you, ma'am? It's Phat Zap Friday. Good to see you. I'm going to put you on the wheel here. My sister from another mister. Good to see you, Michelle.
For their own consumption, nor for employment in their own production activities, but with the intention of exchanging it at a later date against those goods, which they want to use either for consumption or for production. So this is how we can see how closely intertwined medium of exchange and store value actually are, praxeologically speaking. You often hear this or see this on Twitter or the internet. No one uses Bitcoin to buy anything, which is just completely not true. Here's a great tweet from Francis of bullbitcoin.com. Just pay my groceries with Bull Bitcoin wallet straight to the vendor's Lightning wallet, private, instant, easy, a few cents in fees, scan a QR code, and that's it. And he has all this beautiful food from the jungle in Costa Rica. Another tweet from Francis: I love paying lunch with my useless speculative asset that's not money. It's so volatile, nobody uses it. A bubble too slow, invented by the CIA. What if an asteroid hits Earth? And again, he's just using it here as a medium of exchange, as are many people in Latin America and elsewhere in the world. If you look at this map, you can see that there actually are quite a few people buying and selling things using Bitcoin here in El Salvador, in Honduras, in Nicaragua, in Costa Rica, etc. And this is a great resource, which I'll link to in the description notes below, BTC map. You can look anywhere in the world and see where Bitcoin is accepted. And there's no map that compares to this. There's nothing like this for Ethereum or Caspa or anything like that. If you want to know some currencies that almost no one uses as a medium of exchange, ironically, it's those same currencies that stupid shitcoiners are always pushing for at the same time that they criticize Bitcoin for not being P2P cash. These scammy currencies like Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, Caspa, etc. Now we know that there's Bitcoin Beach, there's Bitcoin Jungle and Bitcoin Lake, Bitcoin Island, and El Salvador with Bitcoin as legal tender. But where's Caspa Beach? Where's XRP Jungle? Where's Cardano Lake? What country uses Caspa as legal tender? These currencies are either dysfunctional or so far behind Bitcoin that they can never catch up and never succeed, either as a store of value or as a medium of exchange. And yet somehow, according to these people, these shitcoiners, it's Bitcoin's problem that it's not already a global reserve currency, and their special shitcoin is going to magically catch up and do everything that Bitcoin is already light years ahead of in doing. So this is the true delusion of people who use the white paper to try to push their own coins. I would say that the real reason that Bitcoin is not used, at least in the US, as widely as a medium of exchange as it could be, it's because of this law that says that when you spend it, when you sell it for fiat, obviously you have to pay taxes if you have a profit, if it's appreciated relative to fiat, but also when you spend it for goods or services. So this is really something that could accelerate Bitcoin's use as a medium of exchange. At least in the US, we need our politicians to remove the capital gains tax that comes when you spend Bitcoin. This is a bookkeeping nightmare, as well as a strong incentive for Americans to hodl, which is not a bad thing either for Bitcoin. It's definitely a usage as well, and it's a sign that people plan on spending in the future. But the fact that we have this capital gains tax on spending Bitcoin, it's a bookkeeping nightmare, as well as a strong incentive for Americans to hodl or just use non-KYC Bitcoin when they spend, rather than focusing on a strategic Bitcoin reserve. If Trump is elected, it would be much better to focus on abolishing the capital gains tax on Bitcoin in the US, as some legislators have already been proposing to do. We have LUMA's Virtual Currency Tax Fairness Act, where they want to add an exemption of $200. So basically, if you spend $200 or less of Bitcoin, you wouldn't have to worry about paying any taxes, and you wouldn't have to worry about the bookkeeping associated with that. So this would be wonderful. This is what we already have for foreign currencies, for example, if you use them in the US in small transactions. And so this is something that should definitely come along for Bitcoin at some point in time. And at this point, when this happens, Bitcoin will really explode even more as a medium of exchange. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe and like buttons. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I publish my next video. And let me know your questions and comments in the comment section below. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Matthew Crowder's a GOAT. He is a GOAT, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, no blocks have come out yet. So we're cool. But I also want to watch another video. But before we do that, I want to go over some numbers real quick. See what Bitcoin's actually doing. But first, let's check out gold real quick. Gold right now is at 4,000 per cuck buck, or per ounce, 4,000 cuck bucks. And that's cool. You know, we got silver. Let's see what silver is doing. Silver is at just under $48.65. But in cuck bucks, gold is $48 or $4,000. But in real money, real money versus real money, it takes 27.4 ounces of gold for one Bitcoin. That's how you really measure it, guys. What's a dub? I know what that is. Reasonable exchange rate. Well, yes. I'm in California. People can barely give it away. I know. It's crazy. 27.4 ounces per Bitcoin. And that's crazy. And I got a bright light here, guys. So watch yourself. Right now, gold is at number 1 spot. Bitcoin's still at number 8. Bitcoin's at 2.184 trillion in market cap, and gold is 27.9 trillion, almost 28 trillion. So it's crazy. If he's the GOAT, then you the buffalo, he says. Huh? How you figure, sir? And so gold has got a big market cap, but again, Bitcoin is even in October, because October was a fail, guys. You got to say this is one of the worst Octobers we've ever had since the inception of Bitcoin. I want to say it's the second worst October we've ever had, percentage-wise. I mean, it's not over yet, but it's pretty much, well, it's over, almost over in some markets. But not good. And this is the Bitcoin uptime chart showing you the uptime of Bitcoin, meaning it never fails. You know, how long the network's been up and running. And this thing is pretty much 100% since 2016. Not a glitch, not a hitch. You know what I mean? Doobie, I believe. Dub equals doobie, yeah. $20. A dub sack. A dub sack. That's what they call it. And we got the fear and greed index right here. And this is a good time to buy. When it's here, that means everybody's selling. Well, most people are selling. And over here, people are buying. That's why the price is down. And this is when I'm smash buying here, boy. Right in here. You know what I mean? Because, again, that's when people are, fearful. When there's blood in the streets, that's when we eat. MLF, hey, my birthday's in 2 weeks. I've always dreamed of taking profits then. LOL. Never fucking happens. Oh, boy. How you going to celebrate, Michelle? Hello, Backpacker. Michelle, Backpacker's got a new channel, new video. Here he is. There he is. And I'm gonna leave the link to his channel right here, Michelle. So you can go ahead and subscribe to him. He's got a really good video out. And this is the first of many, I believe. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want to mess the time up, the watch time. All right, so we had a few blocks come out, so let's spin those. 700 went to Ginger. He won 630 sats. Let's see if he can win 701. Hey, Michelle. Okay, never heard that term up here in the woods, LOL. Plus, I'm old, LOL. It's all good, brother. Emily again. Emily's getting stats once again. I would, when I meet Emily, if she comes to Vegas, I'm gonna say, Emily, let me see your speed wallet, man. Let me see what you're working with. Emily's got some sats, boy. I tell you that right now. She gets them. Congratulations, Emily. For 701. Let's see if we can win 702. Emily again. Wow, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Walking side by side. Emily, back to back. I'm older than all of y'all, LOL. You're older than me? I don't think you're older than me. I'm 50. You sure about that, Michelle? Yay, thank you, Jerry and fam, no doubt. I haven't won in months, she says. Well, you haven't been here long enough, man. You usually you get in here and leave because you got stuff to do. Congrats again, LOL. Wow, yay, thank you, no doubt. Yep, I'll be 59 soon. Oh, okay. You don't look a day over 35, man, from that picture. Wow, you aged very well, Michelle. Great job. Emily, back to back. Can she do it 3 times? Let's see. Or can we get Michelle a win? Magic. Looks like Emily again. I'm sure I'm older, Michelle Loves Freedom. You're older than 59? I do admit I look a lot younger than I do. That pic is like 2 years old. I'm not a selfie person. Okay. I mean, that person doesn't look 57 in that picture. Oh, come on, LOL. I know, right, Neil? Right there, bro. Right there, Neil. Magic Moolah. I think we know what's going to happen here. Congrats, Magic Moolah. Do you always use CFDs to track price? Use CFDs? I don't know what that means. Sure. Give those to Emily again. Emily. Well, there it is. Triples for Emily. My God, Emily gets sats, boy. Does she get sats, guys, or does she get sats? Yes, she does, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, she does. Congrats, MM. Magic, appreciate you. That's very nice. Boy, Emily's got some sats tonight. Wow. Emily, you're doing very well for yourself tonight, man. Emily's on a roll. Yeah, she's on a roll. She is definitely on a roll. She's in quadruple digits right now, which is crazy, man. So can we come in here? So we can come in here with aliases. I can't stop you from coming in. Corey, when is your next video? The beautiful Connie says. Look at all the love. Hear these gifts. Look at all the love. Hear these gifts. Yes. Speaking of that, let me check my speed. Okay, nothing happened. All right. Let me check strike. Well, I don't know what I'd do without Jenny and the Backpacker family and freaking Letha. You guys are the heavy hitters, boy. You guys are the heavy hitters. But speaking of that, if you'd like to help the channel, there's two ways to do it. You can do the free way, free 99. You can subscribe to the channel. That really helps. You know, watching the videos, commenting and stuff like that. Obviously hitting the like button. What really helps on the free 99 plan is sharing the video. So if you have Facebook or, any kind of social media or one of your friends or something, you want them to join in, just hit that share button. That really helps. Okay. I really, really appreciate that. But if you want to step your game up and be one of the paid members, here they are. There's the 3 levels right here. Oh, let me take this off real quick. Put this back on. These are the 3 levels, the paid memberships, the join button. These are the memberships. First one is $3. You get members only videos. I make those a couple times a week, and then you get priority reply to comments. And then the $5 one, the one in the middle, you get all that first stuff, but you also get access to the Signal group, which is cool. The Bitcoiners for Freedom Signal group, which I think is a big deal. You know what I mean? You get the chance to talk to some Bitcoiners. And this is part of the Signal app. And there's a link down below. Just click on that once you become a member, and then ask to join. And then you'll join it at the $5 level. And then also what you get at the $5 level is you get to be on the Bitcoiners for Freedom app, which is pretty cool, I think. Fanny Packer, that's cheating. Plus, I don't have time for that. Trying to run my business, LOL. When you brought gold up, you were looking at the CFD chart. Oh, okay. I thought that was CFDs on gold. Oh, okay. No, that's what I use, man. Unless there's another one. I just typed in gold. And see right here, it's still that's the price I use. And if I look at because this is TradingView. If I look at TradingView on my phone, is there a difference? Let me see. Walking side by side. Yeah, it's still here on TradingView, 4,000 on my phone. So yeah, you get to be on the map, and that's cool. He's saying I ain't here to play detective. Yeah, me neither. Right, Cat? What did Cat say? Corey, when is your next video? Yeah. Next video is in 6 days, he says. Corey says. Wow. So those are the first 2 levels, $2.99 and $4.99. And then if you want to really get into it, I give you a daily shout out for $7, and you'll be a legend, a Satoshi millionaire legend. You got the Backpacker families is a legend. Trent, Satman, Sharon, Shelly, I believe, and yeah, I think that's it. And Jenny legendary. So if you'd like to help, those are the paid memberships, and I really, really appreciate that. Seriously. CFD is an actual goal. There's contracts for difference. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Michelle Love Free, and will you be with us for your birthday? So what should I look it up on? I hope not, Lauren. Thank you for bringing that up, Jay Rimmer. I missed the dailies, Corey. Got sat. See, Corey? We missed the dailies, brother. We missed the daily, sir. So how do I change it, Jay Rimmer? Because that's on my TradingView thing too. Let me Google it. Let me see. EB here. Hey, EB, what's up, bro? Put you on the wheel. Good to see you, my boy. Let me see. What's the price of gold today?
The stock price is unavailable.
Gold futures is 4,000. $4,017.50 for spot price gold. So that's different than CFDs. So you are right, sir. Hoping you had other plans. LOL, Michelle Loves Freedom. Do you not start at 4 on Fridays anymore? I change it up, EB. I change it up, brother. Who the heck knows? I'm kind of a recluse though these days, trying to get in shape for when I'm rich. That's right. 80, 79, 78. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Fanny. Fanny sending in the sats. Oh, wow. Hold on. 80, 79, 78, 77, 76, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71. Wow, Fanny. Thank you. Damn. We're at 71 right now, Fanny. That's a lot of sats, man. Sheesh. Thanks, Fanny. 77, 76. LOL. Oh man, I don't know when I'll go back to daily videos. Oh man. We're disappointed, sir. 75, 74, 73. Go have fun at the range, Michelle Love Freedom. LOL. 72. My birthday is the 13th. I work the 14th. Super early. Okay. So you're getting that money. I want to watch a video from what's this dude's name? Graham
for the last decade.
Graham Stevens, and this is Eric Trump, Donald Trump's second son, and they're asking him how much Bitcoin every average person should have, and Eric Trump gives his answer to that, and this is pretty good. Shooting range. I live in the mountains. I can shoot in my backyard. Oh wow, 71. Oh, even better. Yes. Let's see. Yep, I got the 71. Thank you. Let's see what Eric Trump says about how much Bitcoin we should have. This is going to be interesting. Take a look.
Can you make the argument that the government should be buying Bitcoin and
Yes.
putting that on their balance sheet?
Yeah, 100%.
And why is the government not getting involved? Why are they simply taking crypto and holding it
Let me
rather
make the
than
argument
actively?
for both sides, right?
Please.
Why should any government be buying Bitcoin? Because it's the single greatest performing asset over the last decade, increasing in value 70% a year over year, every year. Like Germany a couple of years ago, there was a great article. You might know the exact numbers, but Germany had like 30,000 Bitcoin or something along those lines, and they sold it right away. They monetized it into their currency, and it was like the worst investment ever made by a government. And by the way, that's a pretty damn low bar, right? The government should definitely have certain crypto assets on their balance sheet, mainly Bitcoin. And actually, the United States government does, right? You have a lot of forfeitures,
Correct.
and they've taken a great stance saying that we're not selling any of it. You have a lot of countries around the world that are actively buying. If you go to the UAE, if you go to a lot of countries, they are actively putting that in their treasuries. And you look at the Fortune 500 companies, they are actively hoarding Bitcoin. The biggest families, the biggest companies, countries, sovereign wealth funds, and individuals are all hoarding Bitcoin, right? It's why it's been as explosive as it is. And it's funny, people are like, oh, well, Bitcoin's down like 3% now. It's like this time last year, Bitcoin was at like 55,000 or 60,000 roughly. It's had unbelievable explosive growth. Why is the country not just going out and taking billions to go buy it? Because America kind of doesn't work that way. Right? You have sovereign wealth funds in other countries, and they go out and they make investments on behalf of that country. And honestly, I wish America had a sovereign wealth fund. I think it'd be the greatest thing we ever did. But America doesn't kind of work that way, right? America's pretty myopic. You take in tax revenue, you pay the expenses, and you let capitalism and the private industry reign. Most of these other companies, you don't really let capitalism or countries. You kind of let government take every penny they can, invest it on behalf of the country, and then pay out dividends. And so it's a little. America has a little bit of a different way of thinking, and obviously thus far it's served us well.
So what percentage of both of your portfolios are in Bitcoin and or crypto? And for the average person out there, the average listener, what percentage do you recommend that they would have reflected of Bitcoin in their portfolio?
All right, here we go. What is Eric Trump going to say? How much Bitcoin should we all have? I hate when they say crypto. These boys, these two dudes are real financial dudes, but both of them are soy boys. You know what I mean? Well, let's see what Eric Trump has to say about how much Bitcoin you should have in your portfolio.
So I have a pretty large percentage of Bitcoin. I'm a large owner of Hut 8. Hut 8 has a large owner of American Bitcoin. We hold over 10,000 Bitcoin at Hut 8. We have a lot of Bitcoin we're accumulating at American Bitcoin. We haven't shared the updated numbers yet. But I would say it's really, what is your investment horizon? If you buy Bitcoin, you're buying it and holding it, and you don't need or want that liquidity. And I think that's key. And so everyone has to think about, all right, what percentage of my portfolio can I just buy and hold? Like Bitcoin is a volatile asset. Over the course of the last decade, it's compounded at over 7% on kind of an average annual basis. And so, but there are years where there's pull downs, and you have to be able to withstand those pull downs and not sell. And so I would say, if you're just kind of passive and you say, hey, I want to dabble, have a couple percentage points, 5%, potentially even 10%, and just hold and leave it and pretend that capital doesn't exist. And in 10 years from today, you'll be very, very happy, right? On the other hand, if you're younger, you're a bit more risk-taking, and you want to build more generational wealth, then you can increase that percentage because you're a large earner and can have new income coming in that you spend instead of your assets.
And also, where do you hold your Bitcoin? Like, do you have it in cold storage? Because I don't maybe want to say exactly. I have mine in Coinbase. I don't know, how secure that is. This is like a very novice question, but for the people out there that want to buy Bitcoin, what's the easiest and best way of doing it?
Wow. This dude's doing a podcast, and he tells everybody his Bitcoin is on Coinbase. So what does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? That means what? He doesn't own his Bitcoin, right? He doesn't. I still kick myself for not buying a whole one when I could have. Wow. You could have bought a whole Bitcoin? What year was that, Michelle? Jeez. So this guy doing a podcast, and this video's got like 50,000 views, tells everybody, oh yeah, my Bitcoin's on Coinbase. Like, what? When was that, Michelle? Yeah, good question. Jesus.
The amazing thing now, you can buy Bitcoin in 1,000 different ways, right? Go back 5 years, you had to buy it on a ledger and you had to kind of put it in cold storage. You were buying it mainly on DeFi, and it was a complicated process. It lost a lot of people, and it was hard. Now it's easy. You can go to Fidelity and you can stand up a digital asset wallet in 3 seconds. You can go to Schwab. You can buy ETFs. You can buy American Bitcoin. I mean, we're listed. So your stock account, you can literally go buy.
Wow, Michelle. Well, it's everybody can say that. We can all go back and say, oh, I wish we'd have bought it, blah 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 blah. But trust me, Michelle, the amount that you have, and I don't know how much you have, but I'm pretty sure you're ahead of 99.99% of people. I sold my property in Hawaii. It had a 30-foot yurt on it. Oh, man, I love yurts. She said like 2 years ago, paid off my car, did home repairs, bought an RV. Still a good investment.
Buy American Bitcoin on the NASDAQ as of 6 weeks ago when we listed the company, right? I mean, you can buy it through most of the financial institutions. And if you can't, you can buy spot ETFs. And if you don't want to do that, you can buy pure plays like us and or you can go to Coinbase, or you can go to a Kraken, or you can go to a Binance, or you can go to 1,000 other places, or you can go back and do it the traditional way and own it on ledger if that's what you choose to do. But Bitcoin has so many different kind of ways you can own it relative to where we sat 5 years ago. And I think it's one of the reasons that all of crypto has exploded the way it is, because a lot of people just didn't want to go through the hassle. A lot of people didn't want to go through the pain. And now guess what? The market opens up at 9:30 in the morning, and you can put $10,000 into something that you believe in. But I think Asher said it best. There's a lot of people who love crypto, and they'll hop in and they'll ride it up, and they're seeing these compounding returns that are insane, 70% year over year, as Asher said. And then all of a sudden it draws down 10% or draws down 20%, right? And they lose their minds. They can only see a one-way arrow. And I think you have to have, they call them diamond hands, right? But like you've got to be able to hold, and you've got to be able to understand that you might have 5-6x the return, but you also might have 5-6x the volatility. And volatility is actually what's amazing in crypto. Go buy the dips, right? The people who have been successful in crypto are the ones who bought it here, wrote it up. It might come down, and guess what? They dollar cost average back in, wrote it up even higher. It comes down, they buy back in. Buy the dips in crypto, and the people who have done that historically have made an absolute fortune.
How manipulated is the price of Bitcoin? Because I see all of these charts and analysis on Twitter, and they say, oh, this Bitcoin whale just came in and like shorted the market and then bought the dip perfectly, and like all of this stuff. And now there's this narrative out there that like someone's behind the scenes, like, being able to influence the market up or down like 10-20%.
Well, I think it's certainly easier to do with meme coins, right? Than it is Bitcoin. I mean, what's the average liquidity? Michael, our partner, would know this right behind us. Michael, what's the average liquidity of Bitcoin on 60 billion a day? So, somebody going in with $100 million isn't moving BTC at all, right? And by the way, yeah, there are people who take these wild bets. And by the way, I've seen as many go right as go wrong, where somebody goes in with 20x leverage on a BTC bet, right? And then, BTC goes down $1,000 and they get totally liquidated. Like, that's not how you play this game. In my opinion, I would never play the game like that. I really do believe in buying and holding long term. And I think if you buy Bitcoin and you buy and hold, and you buy into some of the dips at obvious times, and you open up your eyes in a 4 or 5 year period of time, I think you're going to have done exceptionally well.
Boom. I agree. There's a link to that video. Go check the rest of that out. I completely agree with Mr. Eric Trump there. Love that. All right, no blocks have come out. We're going to get into some other news here. That's pretty much it with the Bitcoin stuff. But I do want to get into what's going on with the food stamps situation. And Trump was ordered to basically two federal judges, two woke judges, two Obama-appointed judges basically told him that he needs to open up the coffers, open up the reserves for these people on food stamps, because the food stamps benefits end tomorrow. And tomorrow's the first, so a lot of people are not supposed to, furlough people and other military and government employees are not going to get paid tomorrow. So this is a big deal. You know what I mean? Do you know what a yurt is? It's cool. I lived in it for 3 years. It was a cool experience. Yes, I do. I'm very familiar with yurts. I love those. A group of dweebs talking nonsense. You are one too, Pizza Man. Eric Trump is a dweeb, sir. A big round tent, essentially. LOL. Yeah. LOL, Michelle Lafreni. Gotcha. I'm not a dweeb. I have had the raddest life ever and seen almost every band I ever wanted to. Shut your pie hole, she says. Tell him, Michelle. Tell him. So let's hear about these two woke judges that told Trump to basically open up the coffers to give these people food stamps.
Promise we're going to hit that breaking news as a judge has now officially ordered the federal government to use funds for SNAP benefits. Want to put up this live vantage point that we have there in Washington, D.C. Of course, we've been waiting for this judgment as those SNAP benefits, also known as food stamps, were set to expire tomorrow, November 1st. And so many were facing questions of how they would continue to feed themselves. But just coming there from Boston, judges have now ordered the federal government to use contingency funds for SNAP food aid payments during this shutdown. And so to talk a lot more about what we're seeing here, how this was set up, and how we got to the point that we're at now, I want to bring into the conversation legal analyst Nima Rahmani. Nima, thanks so much for being with us. Perfect timing as this news just came out a few minutes ago that SNAP benefits have now been ruled by this federal judge to continue to go while the government is shut down.
Christina, thanks for having me. And you're right, breaking news. And this is something we've been following for the past more than 24 hours now. Many of us expected a ruling yesterday, but Judge Talwani in Massachusetts issued her ruling today. And it really comes down to those contingency funds in the Department of Agriculture. So obviously we know there's a government shutdown and Congress can pass a spending bill, a continuing resolution, standalone legislation related to these SNAP benefits. But this isn't politics, this is the law. And approximately half the states in the District of Columbia, they filed a lawsuit challenging the Department of Agriculture's refusal to release these contingent.
I actually care about this news because as a taxpayer, that's where my money's going. And I don't appreciate it. Let me give you my thoughts on this, man, because I don't like what they're doing here. And because this is the 31 for the government shutdown. And I think they should revamp the whole food stamps process myself, Michelle. I don't like it. I think government, honestly, should just revamp the whole thing. Who's this texting me? And give it to people that really need it, like the disabled, the old people, people that really need it. But if you're able-bodied and you're in between jobs or whatever, maybe you can get it for 3 to 6 months. But while you're on it, my personal opinion is you need to be having stipulations. And also, too, you can only buy certain things. You can't buy candy and junk food and bullshit. I would give it a special kind of food, like literally just make the food for food stamp recipients in special boxes so it doesn't taste that good. It's just food that is just real generic stuff that'll get you by. And again, you got to lower the incentives for these people, because if you give them an automatic, basically UBI card for food and they can just buy whatever they want, that's not an incentive to get off of it. You know what I mean? True. Yeah, I'm a dweeb with big balls. Is stacking in the house yet? Nope. My son says, thanks, Lauren, everyone, for B-Day wishes for tomorrow. Yes. The country I live in has food giveaways 7 days a week. Nobody is starving in my area. The county, yeah. Okay. Michelle, are you a prepper? And but around here they are. But I think they should just give out some very, very generic food. They should be on it for a certain amount of time to lower the incentives and cut off all illegal immigrants from getting it. No illegal immigrants can get it. And what it'll do, and also they need to be drug tested. If you're on food stamps, you're getting government assistance, you need to be meeting with a person once a week. If you're getting something from the government, you need to meet with these people once a week and figure out how to get these people a job and get them to working. That way we can spend less on the subsidies for the government, number one. Number two, that means we're going to print less money, and hopefully that'll slow down the rate of inflation and also get these people working. At the same time, we're deporting people already. So all these jobs that are going to be quote unquote, fruit pickers and all these federal jobs that we're cutting and everything else, get these people into private sector jobs. Get them a job. All these people sitting at home, 25 years old, 23 years old, 32 years old, that are working and making TikTok videos showing how much shit they bought on their food stamp card. Nah, man, we can't do that because we're paying for that as tax payers. So they need to be drug tested. And also, too, if you're not, this is a side rant. If you're not a taxpayer, you shouldn't be able to vote. Because why? Why would you vote? You need to take a civil test, in my personal opinion. Take a civics test. The same one immigrants have to do to come in and know it and understand what the country is. You have to have a job and you have to pay taxes. You don't want a bunch of people voting, man, because a lot of people are stupid. And that's what the Democrats want. The Democrats want a flood of a whole bunch of stupid, low information voters so they can say, hey, vote for me and I'll give you free shit. That's what they want. You need informed, smart taxpayers voting and get rid of these food stamp subsidies. Bullshit. Straight up. Jerry, you're talking back in the 80s, government cheese, cocoa, better stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Just give them the basics and let everybody know when they go through the line, like all that shit you're getting is food stamp stuff. You're getting food stamp water, food stamp drinks, food stamps, vegetables, food stamps, whatever, and have it a special section. As a matter of fact, I'd have a whole line for them at a Walmart or whatever. This is the line you go in to get food stamp shit. You know what I mean? Because everybody in the store that doesn't have food stamps is paying for your food. That's how you do it. You lower the incentive. But of course, we won't do that. Boy, let me be king for the day. I'd have 42 million people on food stamps. I'd have it down to like 6 million. You know what I mean? I probably have 3 years of food, but I don't want to eat that. I will if I have to. I am mostly a carnivore now. Okay. California, North Cal. Same here, Michelle Loves Freedom. 8 million Americans versus 34 million illegals on Snap. Exactly, Spaceman. Exactly, brother. Lauren, a prepper or from Cali? Bay Area, Michelle Loves Freedom. I got enough ammo to eat for years on my carnivore diet. I just got to learn to be a butcher. I know that's right. Same food, ammo, etc. Nice. North of the Bay Area, kind of near Mendocino. So you hunt, Michelle? I live in North Carolina, though. Food, ammo, guns, and seed. That's right, Fanny. That is right. So basically, 2 woke judges said, hey, Trump, you gotta open up the coffers and give these people food stamps. And I don't agree with that at all. And on a side note, I want to show you a story on the Black Lives Matter scam, like I've been telling you about. Where's it at? I'm gonna find it. These people make me sick, man. I'm gonna listen to Rob Schmidt talking about Black Lives Matters and how it was a scam. Check this out on Newsmax.
Money pouring in after the media had framed Black Lives Matter as a heroic organization fighting for racial justice. Just listen to Jane Pauley on CBS Sunday Morning back in 2020.
Black Lives Matter. Those words describe a movement, and behind them, a woman. Contributor Mark Whitaker introduces us to Alicia Garza.
Big smile on her face, simping for this ridiculous group. A puff piece would follow that glowing introduction where co-founder Alicia Garza told the story of what inspired her to start this nonprofit. Listen to this.
A run-in with a police officer who found her smoking marijuana with a friend and let her off with only a warning.
I was a kid who was doing things that kids do, and I was given a shot, but most Black kids who were my age at that time are not given a shot. And guaranteed, if I had been a 17-year-old Black girl in West Oakland caught with the same amount of marijuana, I would have spent not just the night, but I would have had a criminal record.
This is how insane the country went in 2020. The founder of Black Lives Matter says that as a young Black girl, she was given a break by a presumably white cop, and then decided to create a group like this devoted to ending policing as a response to it. A group that's responsible for more Black death in this country than cops ever could be. Black on Black crime skyrocketed in inner cities as BLM forced Democrat politicians to defund and no longer defend their own police forces. Remember when Democrats in Congress all put on the African garb and kneeled for Black Lives Matter? Yes, that's how stupid your country got 5 years ago, and it was all cultural Marxism, as the founders freely admitted.
I think of a lot of things. The first thing I think is that we actually do have an ideological frame. Myself and Alicia in particular are trained organizers. We are trained Marxists.
We are trained Marxists. Tells you everything, doesn't it? It was all a scam, and it is now under investigation. You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin.
Yeah, it was a scam. Big scam. And people don't even know it. People don't even know it. So that's it for the spins, guys. Well, not yet. What I'm gonna do, Michelle, I'm gonna show Maria here. I know you don't like Maria, so you might want to step out of here. I heard this one foreigner saying that if he can't get food stamps, he might as well go back to his home country with a bunch of crappy. Yeah, right, Fanny. Yeah, Fanny, is Anonymous in the house or what? I got a new video for Maria, and again, I know you don't want to see this, Michelle. I know you don't like it, but my property backs to forest land. Nobody would even catch me. Plus, I have 3 live traps. Nice. Hold on, Spaceman. Yes, right, Fanny. Good morning, Jerry and all. Good to see you. Hey, Stacking Richie. How you doing, sir? Get you on the wheel, brother. How goes it, man? Stacking Richie. Good to see you, man. Well, I got a story to tell you. Richie, boom. Anonymous, Maria's here. Yes. What are you talking about, Jerry? I don't like what? I'm going to show that girl Maria I will show. And every time I show her, you get mad and leave. That girl I'm talking about. Michelle Lefree, so you have an RV on the land, no house, right? Yes, he is. OMG. We all want to see it. If he's coming to dump, can't now. Yes, he is. OMG. We all want to see it. He's coming to dump, can't now. Okay. Stacking Richie, hello. We love Maria. Yes. I have a house and also a studio and room downstairs. Nice. All right, so Maria's my old roommate, for those of you that don't know. And she needed a room for rent. And I said, hey, I'll rent your room. Anyways, I had some cakes. And she said, Jerry, what are you doing with those? She slapped them out of my hand. She goes, I'm going to make you something. I said, really? She said, yeah, something nice and moist, she said. I said, really? She goes, yeah, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it for you. I said, okay. So she says, go get the camera. But first she said, do you like this outfit I have on there? Mia, you are here. How are you doing, Mia? Mia. Hey, guys. Mia, I'm going to put you on the wheel. Mia, how are you? Mia's a member now. Jenny's not here, though, Mia. Mia from the Bitcoin Gospel. Bitcoin Gospel. How are you, ma'am? Good to see you. Coming right on time to see my old roommate, Maria. Mia. Wait, is this the chef video coming on? Beats back, Lawrence, Stern, boom, Emily High. Yes, it is. Wait, long time, Mia. Yeah. The Bitcoin Gospel. Hello. Yes. Hi, honey. Hey, everyone. Miss you guys. Feeling better. Good, Mia. Something just happened on strike here. St. Roosevelt. He's in the house. He sends me 1031. Thank you, St. Roosevelt. Well, St. Roosevelt, you're here. I just have some news for you, just in case you were wondering. My biggest zap today was 12,345 sats, St. Roosevelt. Good to see you, St. Roosevelt. The biggest zap today was 12,345 from Jenny. 12,345. If anybody was wondering. Mia, hello. Awesome, Michelle. Hi, Mia. Anonymous is here. Okay. Mia, hi. Richie, happy Halloween to you and your fam. Hi, Mia. No doubt. Look at St. Roosevelt don't play no games, bro. St. Roosevelt. He said, I'm not going to disrespect the ladies. I'm not going to beat her, but I can join her with one less. 12,344. Jesus. St. Roosevelt. My gosh. If St. Roosevelt came here every day, I would be a very rich man. Thank you, St. Roosevelt. My gosh, brother. Everybody always wonders if that's Gray Motion or what's his name? Monkey dude. I don't know, but he's the man though. But anyway, so Maria's like, hey, Jerry, I'm gonna put an outfit on. And she asked me, how does this look? I said, looks good. She goes, is this okay? I said, yeah. She goes, I'm gonna make you something that's really moist, she says. I said, really? She goes, set up the camera and check it out. I said, all right. So without further ado, I found this in my phone. And yeah, guys, so buckle up because these cakes are never dry and always moist, she says. Take a look.
You hit it right when you open it up and everything starts pouring out like this. Let me show you how to make my note.
What did she just say? Let me go back to that. What did she just say?
You know you hit it right when you open it up and everything starts pouring out like this. Let me show you how to make my no-fail 20-minute lava cake. We're gonna melt our chocolate in our butter. Once that's melted, we're mixing in our powdered sugar, our eggs, our vanilla, our salt, and our flour, whisking until it looks like excuse me, combined.
Wait. Looks like what? What did she just say? Looks like what? Maria, what did you say?
Excuse me. Our flour, whisking until it looks like excuse me, combined. Once the batter's in the ramekin, I added 2 teaspoons of this raspberry compote, and now it's time to bake. But don't worry, my cake is super moist on the inside. It's never dry.
Wow. She says her cake is super moist on the inside and never dry. Did you hear that? Do you see these cakes? Did you hear what she said about her cakes? Because they are moist, these cakes. Very moist, guys. Look at that.
Cake is super moist on the inside. It's never dry. For the garnish, I added red velvet cake crumbs, powdered sugar, and of course a raspberry on top. It comes out nice and slow and thick. It's so warm in your mouth, and it tastes good too. I mean, as you can see.
Guys, I missed this. Dean, what's up, sir? I'm gonna put you on a wheel. Do you see this oven? Do you see the big fonts on this oven? I mean, look at this. Guys, do you see this oven? Do you see it? I mean, I miss this kitchen. This is my old kitchen from back in the house. But on a side note, do you see how happy she gets when she does her little dance when she gets into the kitchen? It's crazy.
And it tastes good too. I mean, as you can see, this cake is a lot to handle.
That cake is a lot to handle. I have to admit, it is a lot to handle. I mean, you see her eating it. It's you know. Did I hear what I heard? It's anonymous. Yes. Not crazy about her outfit. I beg to differ. Butterfly. Oh, geez, the commentary. Dean, how are you, sir? Yeah, she's happy. Look at her. Look at those cakes. You see these cakes she has?
It's really thick and creamy. I mean, it's not for everybody, especially with it being so warm and gooey. But for me, it's perfect.
Yeah. Do you see this outfit, guys? And do you see how she put that cake in her mouth? I was licking the fork. It was very nice. Very nice. Anonymous loves the video. Fanny says, damn, Maria's kitchen is clean. Isn't it? Look at Anonymous. Yeah, he's watching. He's zooming in. Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Who did she massacre in the next room? I mean, she came and saw me. She's like, Jerry, do I look fat in this? I said, no. I mean, I miss her, man. I just miss that. You see that personality? That personality it just sticks out, you know? Oh, just to let you know, Anonymous is typing on Fanny's profile. Got you, brother. Got you. So yeah, that's Maria's new recipe. And yeah, we love Maria. But that was it for the spins, guys. 7:03. We're good. We're gonna do some all or nothings now. We're gonna keep the 2X's up here. And we're gonna do the all or nothing. So we're gonna 2X up here still. And you can get a 2X on the 2100 as well. So let's do this thing, guys. Let's do it. And I am hungry, man. I am hungry. Thank you guys so much for being here on this Bitcoin white paper Halloween Phat Zap Friday day. I really appreciate you guys, man. Really do. That smile on Anonymous' face, I know, right? Looks like she has splatter ball all over Alpha. Yeah, she does. Lauren, yes. So this is the all or nothing game, guys. This is Friday, October 31st, 2025. Let's spin for the first player and let's see who wins it. $2,100. $2,100, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody won it already. Let's see who can do it. We're doing 2X's too. We're doing 2X's. Let's see, player one. Can he 2X it? Can he 2X at 21? Cat the Wabang, the new guy. Is he here? Is he here? And I need your address too, brother. Let's go. Let's see if he's here though. We're gonna have 5 winners, ladies and gentlemen. 3, 4, 5. Let's do it. Wow, what a day. Phat Zap Friday, Halloween, and the Bitcoin white paper. Yes, okay, good, man. Got it. You got 2,100, sir. Congratulations to you, Cat with a bong. 2,100. I just need your address and I'll send it to you tonight, okay? Congrats, Cat. Let's go. Yes, congratulations. Player 1, you won it. Player 2, let's see what happens. Congratulations, bro. Welcome to the channel. Jesus. First day here. Look at that. Another one. Oh, no. Ginger, are you here, sir? Ginger, are you here, young man? Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Wow, that's a heck of a win, Cat with a bong. That's what's up, man. Good game, Cat. Yeah. Damn good game. Hell yeah. Good game, Ginger. You need 5 winners. I'll step up as one right now. Yes. Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate you helping out. Ginger, congratulations. I haven't heard from Ginger in a while, though. But he's quiet, though. He might still be here. Let me give him a couple seconds. Congratulations, Ginger. If you're watching this later, I'm sorry, sir, if you're not here. But let's see what's happening. Boy, didn't Maria cook some cakes up or what, guys? I posted it in the comments. I know it's not going to work, brother. If you put it the @speed.app, it won't work, bro. So you have to just put your name without the @speed.app. Ginger, okay, you're a winner, brother. What you want to do? You got 210 sats, sir. This is the all or nothing game. Do you want to keep your 210 or you want to try to get it for 2,100? Cat with a bong. Okay. Let's try to let me try to pay you, brother, because you're brand new. Let's see. Cat with a. Well, hopefully you'll come back, man, to see us. Bong. And your address is Cat with a bong at speed.app. Let's see if this works, sir. You ready? Here we go. 2,100 sats to you, my brother. Let's see. 2,100. Ready? Cat with a bong. Here you go. Check your wallet. There you go, brother. Congratulations, sir. Yeah. Keep, please. All right. 210. Congratulations, Cat with a bong. Hopefully you come back every day, brother. Come back every day and bring your friends, all right? Player 2 was Ginger. He's a winner. We got 2 winners for the first two spins for the all or nothing game. Will player 3 be a winner? Let's see. Appreciate you, G. No doubt, brother. Appreciate you being here, man. Another 2x. 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 Let's see. Who can get it? Player 3's got 2x. Fanny. Now, Fanny, before you say spin that thing, you got 420 sats, man. You got 420 right now. You got it on the 2x. You know, I'm not telling you not to go for it. I'm just saying you got 420, Fanny. You got 2x. So what you want to do? What you want to do? What you want to do when they come for you, bad boys? Woohoo, Fanny. Yes. Congratulations, Fanny. Absolutely. Stack and Richie, go. Good game, Fanny Packer. Let's go. Keep it, please. All right. 420 for Fanny. Congratulations. She got a lot of her sats back. Thank you so much for the kind donations, man. Fanny was player 3. She's a winner too. Double. Let's see what player 4 is going to do. Looks like EB to me. EB. EB, congrats, brother. Let's go. Hourly buy just came in 910 cents. Those are very valuable Satoshis. Yes, they are. And I appreciate you guys giving me so many, which is crazy. Hell yeah, EB, yes. EB, you got 210, brother. What you want to do? You want to keep them or you want to go for it? You can get 2x. You can get 2100. You want to keep your 210. What you want to do, brother? You got options here, brother. You got options. Back, did I win? No, you did not. You missed the first 4 spins. Spin it. All right. All right, let's do it. EB, congratulations. Spaceman. Spaceman, you got 420, my friend. You got 420. It was rolled off to you. Oh, I know, brother. Good try, though. Spaceman. You got 420, Spaceman. What you want to do with them things, brother? You're player 5. Pancakes. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when Jerry eats you? Instead of cops, it's slops, he says. Huh. Okay. Nice. Congrats, Spaceman. Spaceman, congrats. Damn. I got to keep Jerry. Yeah, you do, bro. I would have kept that too. 420, bro. Come on now. All right. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you guys so much for coming. We have 4 winners on the All or Nothing game. Big money too. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, man. And it's hard out here, guys. But again, the system is broken, and we know that. We talked about the food stamps and the subsidies and everything else. This is why we're here, ladies and gentlemen. This is why Satoshi Nakamoto. No, he's not. No, he's not, Michelle. This is why Satoshi Nakamoto made Bitcoin. For any of you guys out here that don't like talking about politics, this is why Satoshi Nakamoto made the Bitcoin white paper. It is a financial independence sheet. Okay? Have a great night, folks. You too, Mia. Thank you. We love you, honey. This right here is the problem. 38 trillion in debt. We spend too much money. The government is too big and bloated. I told you if I was king for a day, that's what I would do with the subsidies. We got to stop spending all this money on these people, man. Okay? We got to start putting the power to the people and not the money to the broke people. Okay? If you're a taxpayer in this country, and I don't mind taxes to a certain extent, again, I'd get rid of a lot of these taxes, but we do need, we do need taxes in the country. It's too high. But again, they're doing that because they're trying to get you every which way but loose. But the money that you're spending with the government that you're getting taxed from, they're giving it to people that don't deserve it. The government is too big. We spend too much, and the subsidies are too much. Period. End of story. And if you're one of those people that, one of the taxpayers, you signed up for the 40 club, ladies and gentlemen. You work 40 hours a week. They take 40% of your pay. They print 40% of the money supply. Some say 80, 40 times 2. You do that for 40 years, you end up with a $40 broken watch at the end of the day. If you're one of those people, you owe $327,508 of this $38 trillion. Again, I know they say America's a democracy. I didn't vote for that. Did you? And that's a problem. But we got the solution here, and here it is. The new solution is the new money. That white paper that the great Satoshi Nakamoto wrote is the new technology. Is a solution to the problem. And here it is. It's scarce, uninflatable, portable, durable, international, fungible, divisible, verifiable in supply, decentralized, unconfiscatable, which means it's unstoppable. It is the only thing that's going to stop this nonsense and this garbage. All right? This system is broken. And tomorrow, when the government subsidies run out, because the government is shut down, these 42 million people that don't have any food stamps are crawling through freaking windows for the next week, breaking in, grocery stores and breaking in people's houses and stuff like that. This is the problem because the government isn't held accountable. They just give people free stuff. If we had this new money that I just said, You'd have to hold their feet to the fire and have to be fiscally conservative and a fiscal hawk. Not only will this money break this system and shatter it into pieces, it'll pay off the national debt, stop inflation, and make our country great again. Because, again, you have to be spending the right way when you only have a certain amount of the money. And this money, this new technology will make America great again. And you, if you stack it today and read that white paper, your family in the future is going to be building statues of you. And if I had to take a guess, I'm pretty sure you guys already know what that is. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. I love you guys. Thanks for the time, which is the most important asset. The zaps, the fun, the love, and everything else. I appreciate you guys. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'll do a Satoshi Saturday tomorrow. I got some videos up there if you want to watch. I did a video today on the Bitcoin white paper. Thank you, man. Thank you, Ginger. Thank you, Emily. Thank you. Thank you, Stacking Richie. Explain to me how God gets 10% and the government 40%. How right, Stacking? Exactly. Has anyone noticed the only one going backwards is a credit card debt on the bottom red? No, I haven't, brother. Thank you, Ginger. Thanks, Jerry. Good day, all. Thank you so much, Stacking Richie. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mia. We love you, Mia. So I'm going to do a Satoshi Saturday tomorrow. Look out for that tomorrow, late morning, tomorrow afternoon. And then we'll go live tomorrow. We'll do a Saturday night live, all right? Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your Bitcoin white paper day. I'll see you guys tomorrow at the same time or same bat channel. I'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great night. And until then, and as you guys know, I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.